all of a sudden, we both heard a rattlesnake rattle. I couldn't believe it that 10 o'clock that morning, Huck has snake aversion training, and 7 o'clock that evening, it was put to good use. Hi, I'm J.D. Ager. I own a German Shorthaired Pointer named Huck. Huck is a field trial dog. He participates in field trials. Huck has a fabulous pedigree. Yes, he has shown great promise so far. He's already a field champion. He got that done while he was still 2 years old. So he frequently participates in all age stakes at field trials. He's traveled all over the country training and participating in field trials. And in October, he's headed to the German Shorthaired Pointer Club of America National Field Trial in Eureka, Kansas, where he will compete for the third time. We're very proud of him. He has, I got blue ribbons galore, trophies. He's an exceptional dog. I think everybody agrees that Huck has great potential, a great future. So therefore, the snake aversion training was just a no-brainer for me. So I scheduled class with Jason Clark last Saturday, and I was very impressed. Jason has done this many times. Huck just aced it really quick. I understand it from Jason. His training is that the dog will associate aversion to snakes because of the smell of each individual species endemic here to this part of Georgia, as well as just not even being in their presence whatsoever. I was impressed with how it got done. It didn't take any time at all. I had to travel about an hour and a half. I would have traveled much further than that if that's what it took. I thought the price was just a bargain. My appointment was at 10 o'clock, and I, like I say, hour and a half travel time, came on home. The dog, we had a good afternoon. He needs a lot of outside time, a lot of breaks. The German Shorthaired Pointer is just full of energy, especially young ones, but it's hot and it's humid, you know, so I can't let him be outside too long. And when he is outside, I always give him a good drink of water before he comes in, which he appreciates. And he has water troughs placed around our property, but he still likes that. You know, I've made a monster out of him. He thinks the best water comes out of that water faucet. So about 7 o'clock on Saturday evening, my dog and I both had come out the door, and he ran around a little bit, and I said, okay, it's time to come back in. So I came around to the place where I'm at right now, and I reached down to pick up the water hose, and I was going to get it running good and cold. And so Huck came around behind me, and I'm right here, and I got the water going on shower, and all of a sudden we both heard a rattlesnake rattle. And right here is where the snake was lying. But the body of the snake, I can tell you, was as thick as my forearm. At that point, I'm over here, and Huck is closest to the snake. Huck jumped at least 4 feet high. And the reason why I know he jumped at least 4 feet high from this was because he hit this hummingbird feeder. And he came down in this planter, and that's where his front feet landed. And then he exited in the opposite direction of the snake. Of course, you can imagine, I've thrown the water hose down. I'm backing up as fast as I can. The snake's out here on the front porch. And when I come back out, I see the snake just moving slowly right off the porch. I couldn't believe it that 10 o'clock that morning, Huck has snake aversion training, and 7 o'clock that evening, it was put to good use. And clearly, he exhibited total fear and a strong desire to get away from that snake just as fast as possible. I sent Jason Clark a text and said, you're just not going to believe this. Huck's snake aversion training was put to excellent use, and so I just couldn't be more pleased. I'm so grateful that I did it. Aversion is the operative word there, man. I mean, if the dog can leap 4 feet in the air to get away, that's my definition of aversion. You know, he wanted away from it as quickly as possible, and he associated, I'm sure, when he picked up the smell, but the rattling is what got us both going. You know, and you just don't expect to have a large timber rattler on the floor, stone floor of your front porch. You're on red alert when you're out in the field, but on your own porch, you just, you let your guard down. I think I've learned that now now before I let my dog out the front door, fortunately the door is mostly glass, so I do an inspection of the front porch before I let him out,